Well, good morning, or good afternoon if I'm honest, because it's the afternoon here and it's a bit cold and grim, and I'm in one of my favourite fields, and look, it's just full of blooming cows. Look at them all, hundreds of them. And I say that because I'm not a great cow fan, and here I am living in the countryside. Anyway, it's lovely to be out in the fresh air, so we always have to find the positives, don't we? Today I wanted to talk to you about something called cutting through the noise. And what I mean by that is cutting through our inner noise, that inner chatter, that way that it's that thinking. I think it was Albert Einstein said, didn't he, that the definition of madness was thinking the same thoughts over and over again and expecting a different result. Now, I don't know about you, but yep, that happens to most people I know, to be fair, that we do sort of think, if we keep doing what we've always done and keep thinking the same thoughts, something else will happen. But of course, it's not going to happen, is it? There's a big muddy patch here. Oh, goodness, there we go. So we have to start to find strategies to cut through the noise. And it came home to me this week when I was working with probably 3 or 4 clients this week have all been talking to me about their resilience being a bit low, about lying awake at night, about feeling a bit sick in front of meetings, about just not being able to turn off and worry, becoming like some worry fiend. And it is tough when you reach senior levels of leadership. It is, where do you go to for that sounding board and that advice? And you have to find an inner strength to help you look at the world positively and keep you upbeat and keep you resilient and keep you in the right place. Now, what can happen is that we can allow this inner voice, or this inner gremlin, which is what a guy called Rick Carson called this dialogue. This voice can become really loud in our head, and we can start to really doubt who we are and lose our confidence. Like, I just want it gone. I just want to move on and think about all the positives. And with the clients, I was like, just hold on a minute, because when we think about that, there's something going on. It becomes part of who we are, and we have to remember that as leaders, we have got to where we've got to because of a drive that we've had internally. Sometimes it is a fear of failure. Sometimes it's a fear that we are going to say the wrong thing. Sometimes we are worried about that whole imposter syndrome, which I've talked about before. Be a whole load of stuff that has kept us, it might be negative, but it has kept us going. It keeps us focused. It has enabled us to be who we are. But for me, it's part of our old identity, and we need to change the rhetoric. We need to cut through the noise, and we need to shift the dialogue, our own inner dialogue, so that we are moving to an identity of a leader that we want to be. We need to step into him or her, that person who is the person we want to be, which is different for all of us, isn't it? And I guess the question is, well, how the heck do you do that? Because when you're lying awake in the middle of the night and it's pitch black and you can't get back to sleep and your brain's going mad and this voice is going mad, it's all very well and easy to do that when you're walking out in the field, Sandra. But there are things that you can do, and I just wanted to give you a couple of strategies, really, if that sounds like you. Because I think actually one of the first things to do is to be kind to yourself, in the sense that when this little gremlin comes along and starts giving you grief, say thanks. I know it sounds a bit weird, but there's that sense of, actually, it will have helped in some way. I promise you, somehow and at some point in your past, it will have helped you to become who you are. Secondly, I always recommend this. Don't ever go to bed with a full head. When your head is you've had the busiest day ever and your to-do list is a mountain long and you're working through Don't lie there in bed. Don't even go to bed with a full head. Get your pen and paper out, jot it down, get the laptop out and just download, just get it all out. And honestly, you'll sleep better and you'll feel a lot better, because your brain is thinking about it and it's waking you up thinking about it. So we can do that one. We can stop that one there. We can say, and we can embrace what it is. And the third thing I wanted to give you, this is a bit of fun. Many years ago, I was trained as an NLP practitioner by a great guy called Peter McNabb. And one of the tools he gave us was, we talked about this very thing, about our inner dialogue and this kind of voice in our head. And he asked us to think about, describe the voice to me. And of course, what do you mean? And he said, well, is it your voice? Is it someone else's voice? Is it a male voice, female voice? Is it a loud voice, a quiet voice? Is it having a laugh at you? Is it shouting at you? Is it nagging you? There's a whole myriad of things that this voice is doing. And he said, change it. Make it a man if it's a woman. Make it a woman if it's a man. Make it a comedian if you like. Make it a singer. Turn the voice into something else so that when you hear it and you shift it, it's really powerful, because suddenly it doesn't have any power anymore. The power and its kind of grip on you has gone, or at least gone in the moment. Or even better, you've shifted the thinking. You've cut through that noise in a way that says, hold on a minute, I don't need to listen to this anymore. I'm moving onwards into a different person that I wish to be. Oh, so that was what I wanted to share with you, really. Just some thoughts around cutting through the noise. You're not on your own if you're feeling that way. It is really common, and there are lots of different things you can do. And I hope those 3 strategies, or tactics probably, may help you to be even better than you are today. And on that note, have a fabulous weekend. I will look forward to seeing you again very soon. You take care. Bye bye.